going to have Senate Bill 125. If Senator Adams and her guests will make their way to the table, announce yourself for the record.
Senator Adam, if you would introduce yourself for the record, you and your guest, and you may proceed.
So nice, thank you. Thank you, committee. My name is Julie Rocky Adams. I am the senator from District 36. And I think that this is the very, very first time that I have ever been in front of the Ag Committee. So this is an honor to be in front of you all today. Being from Louisville, we don't have a lot of agriculture bills that come out. So it's really nice to be here. With me today is my friend, Michelle Lawson. Michelle is, my son is calling me. Michelle is a constituent. We actually live pretty close to each other. And Michelle started an organization called Kentucky Animal Action. And Michelle is the one who brought this bill to me. Now, this bill is not new. The language has been out there has been circulating for a couple of years. COVID never allowed it to see the light of day, but because we were able to have those extensive conversations with a lot of the people who care about this issue, I think what we have before you all today is a really perfected bill on the cost of care. What we see is that it's really unfair for shelters and counties to have to pay for the often debilitating cost of caring for seized animals when it is the owner who is legally responsible for the animals. So I think counties will embrace this because it's a real cost-saving measure for them. And having said that, I'm going to turn it over to Michelle so that she can give you some more details about the bill.
Hi, thanks for listening to our bill today. And this is my first time in front of the Ag Committee as well, and it's an honor. Thank you for having us. I've lived my entire life on this earth as a Kentuckian. I'm proud of this great state. As wonderful as Kentucky is, there's always room for improvement, always room to grow. It's my personal mission to make Kentucky a better place. I've heard stories of financial hardships from the early 20th century in the 20s and 30s. And at no time in my life has budget ever been more important than it is right now. Senate Bill 125, Cost of Care, sets up a mechanism to help local governments recoup costs. Agencies are often forced to care for animals for months and even years. Cases lasting years is actually pretty common, which can result in hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm going to name a couple cases just to give you some ideas of counties affected across the state. Elliott County, 109 animals seized. This is actually an old estimate. The cost is actually much more than this, but about a year ago, that price was $75,000. I'm sure it's probably doubled by now. Fayette County, 135 cats seized, $80,000. Franklin County, 38 pit bulls, $6,700. Spencer County had one of the longest standing cases known to advocates across the state. And in 2004, Spencer County spent over $100,000 trying to handle that case, and they had to drop it because they ran out of funds. And that case was actually just ended this year because the person passed away, so they were able to seize all of the animals. It's unfair, as Senator Adams said, for shelters, counties, and ultimately the taxpayer to have to pay the often debilitating costs caring for animals when it should be the responsibility of the owner. This bill also includes a mechanism where if the owner cannot or will not pay the cost of care, the owner has the option to immediately surrender the animal or animals, eliminating the potential gigantic cost of care. And it allows the case to proceed without the lofty costs that would normally go with it. I want to help Kentucky with Senate Bill 125 to help Kentucky counties recoup hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I ask you to also help Kentucky counties recoup Kentucky dollars. And with that, I would like to introduce Joy Estes. She's on with us through Zoom.
Joy, do you have a few comments?
Oh, no audio.
You're on mute. Yeah, introduce yourself for the record and then proceed.
My name is actually Joy Keeley. This is an old email that this is attached to. And I'm retired law enforcement from Jefferson County. I have seen the cases that Michelle alluded to in Jefferson County and other counties. It is my understanding that this mirrors quite closely, actually, to the way things are handled on in other states successfully. And as Michelle said, this would be a cost savings to every single county in the state, as well as all taxpayers of the state. Thank you.
And we'll take any questions.
Remember, got a motion on the bill to have a second. Got a motion and a second.